And we're going to fill that with enough drinking water for 1 week, 7 whole days. You're going to do this for 7 whole days. 7 is a very spiritual number. And I found that to be, after doing this many times, the sweet spot. Okay? You're going to need pen and paper. It doesn't matter what color the ink is, and a white candle. The purpose of this is for manifesting something specific, okay? We can charge water the same way that we can charge crystals, okay? We can charge water with our intention to manifest things. And by doing this ritual, and I'm going to give you the steps in a minute. And by the process of performing this ritual with this specific water and drinking it, you are consuming that intention which you put in the water so that things can come to pass. I promise. I've done a lot, but this one works really, really well. So you're going to get a jug. I wrote jar here, but it's jug. Okay. A jug of water. Yeah, duh. Okay. You're going to fill it with water for a week. You don't have to calculate it, okay? To be completely honest, it's up to you. You can just do this in the morning, or you can fill it up enough to do it in the morning and the evening, okay? For 7 days, like 2 glasses of water. That might even be quicken up the manifestation process. Don't overdo it, because if you do it more than morning and night, you end up giving the energy, you create the energy of desperation and obsession with what it is that you're manifesting. And you don't want to do that. That's why I said this is the sweet spot. You want to do this enough to put the intention out there with confidence and to visualize what it is that you want to manifest and to charge this water and drink it, but not enough to have to do this 400 times a day. And then what you end up doing, if you do this ritual 4, 5, 6 times a day, every time you drink water, you're not actually charging the water with your intention of what you want to manifest. You're actually charging the water with the fear of it not happening. Because you're doing it so much, hoping that it works faster, because why else would you have to do it so many times unless you had some kind of fear that it's not going to come true? You understand? So that's why I said this is the sweet spot. And the reason that rituals work, the mechanism, is that it allows you to sit down, calm your energy. Okay, the ritual is a process of calming your energy into that confident zone where you know this is going to work, and that alone helps your manifestation. Okay? It's a moment in time where you remove all of the blockages, all of the nervousness, all of the fear. Okay? So do it morning and night if you want to, but if you do it just once a day, that's fine too. It depends on, more than 2 is a slippery slope. That's why I originally said just once a day, because I think that if you are the kind of person that tends to naturally get into this anxiety energy where you get obsessed with things, I would just do it once. Just enough to make sure that you're visualizing it, and just enough to allow you to surrender and forget about it and leave it out into the universe for it to do its thing and not get obsessed. If you're going to be the person that does it in the morning and then you're thinking about it all day long, waiting until 10 p.m. to drink the next cup, don't do it. Okay? Just do it once then. I promise. You got to know yourself. That's the thing about rituals. You got to know yourself, right? And you have to be very, very conscious of the energy that you put out while you're doing it. Okay. Every single morning, okay, you're going to take a piece of paper. It doesn't matter if it's lined. It doesn't matter if it's a Post-it. I don't care what kind of paper it is, okay? You are going to rip a piece of paper, okay, every morning, and you are going to have this jar of water, this jug, I keep saying jar, whatever. You're going to write down very clearly to the divine what it is that you want to manifest. You have to be very clear. Don't write a million things, again, because the whole purpose of manifesting something, keep it to 1 or 2 things max, like I said. Because when you start to manifest more than one thing, you write a list of 300 things that you want, you're kind of, think of a drop of food coloring being what you want to manifest, right? And think about what happens when you drop a drop of food coloring in a jug of water. The color doesn't look as pure, right? So I don't know if that was a good analogy. I'm so terrible at these things. You get the point. The point is, if you manifest too many things at one time, you are reducing the power and the visualization that you're putting on this one thing. It's too many things at work, happening at one time. So just keep it concentrated and pure. So I say limit it to 2 things, okay? You're going to write down exactly what this is on this paper. While you are doing this, you have the water, you have your paper, you're going to have a white candle lit and burning the entire time. That is to call in the energy of the divine. That's to open yourself up spiritually. So you're going to call upon the angels, call upon God, and to make sure that it's a safe space while you do this. So keep a white candle lit. It's going to be the first thing that you do this entire time. You're going to have your jug of water here. It's going to be the same water. So make sure it's already prepared. You're going to either put it on the counter and leave it there for the week, or in the fridge. It doesn't matter. Okay. You're going to make that moment a ritual. You're going to make sure that you do this. There's no babies crying in the background. Nobody's calling you. You're not doing this while you're texting somebody while the TV is on. You're doing this in a quiet space when you can really visualize what you're manifesting and put your intention very clearly to it. Okay? Think of it as getting yourself to a trance state, like a state of meditation. Make that that is what a ritual is. There is nothing else to be going on while you do this in the morning and the night, or just once a day when you do it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's morning or night. You can do it in the afternoon. I prefer that it's done in the morning or the night, because that's when, again, when you do it in the afternoon, that tends to be the time when you have the most things going on in your life. People coming in and out, there's a lot of distractions, and that kind of affects the process, okay? So these are just all mechanisms to help calm your mind, okay? So you're gonna write down 1 or 2 things specific that you're trying to manifest, okay? While this white candle is lit, you're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna visualize it. You're gonna give gratitude to the universe, to God, for protecting you, for being there for you, and for allowing this to happen. You are going to tell them that you trust them to make this happen, that you have no fear, and that you know that they're there to serve you, and that it's going to happen. And you're going to visualize exactly how you're going to feel when this happens, how it's going to look, everything. Okay? So make it a whole visualization process. You're gonna rip that paper if it's not already ripped. You're gonna fold it in 3 downwards, okay? Like this. 1, 2, 3, right? Doesn't matter if it's popping out like that. And you're going to put the jug, this is a cup of something, I'm sorry, and it's not water, on top of it, all right? You're gonna do that for a week. So over time, it's gonna get a little thick. You're gonna keep collecting the papers, morning and night. By the end of the 7 days, you're gonna have the jug and a stack of papers underneath it. Every time you do it, it's like sealing it. You're gonna put it on top, you're gonna leave it on top. You're only gonna remove the jug when you're ready to do it again, okay? You leave the papers where they're at while you're doing it, and then you just start stacking them up. And yes, if you're gonna put it in the fridge, you can put the papers in the fridge. Okay, that's fine. All right, it doesn't matter. The fridge is the equivalent of being outside if you live in Antarctica, right? It doesn't matter whether it's cold or warm, room temperature, okay? So you're gonna, at the end of the 7 days, you're gonna have a whole bunch of papers, and then the jug is gonna be sitting on top of them, okay? When you do this, right, after you fold this, you're going to take a glass, you're gonna pour yourself a cup of water, 1 cup. You're gonna drink it again while visualizing. That's it. Do not refill the jug with water, okay? That's why I said, make sure you have enough there for the 7 days. Make sure it's a big enough jug. If you have to refill it at the end, fine. But it's better if you make sure, this is important, that you fill enough from the beginning. And if you don't have a jug full enough, go anywhere and get one. You can even get it at like Dollar Tree for $1. It could be plastic, it doesn't matter. Okay? I personally prefer glass, but it really doesn't, honestly, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the color of the jug either. But just make sure, because they sell those like big ones, do that to be safe. Okay? Because every time that you do this ritual, morning and night, or just morning or just night, whatever you choose, you are charging that water in the jug. So every time you do it, it becomes more and more powerful. Okay? So by adding new water, that water is not charged. Okay? So when it's the next time to do the ritual, you're going to write, basically, it doesn't have to be word for word, but you're going to write exactly the same thing that you asked for. You're not going to do it for something else every day. You're going to do it for the same thing every time you do it. It doesn't matter if the wording is a little different, because I mean, you're not going to open the papers that you already folded to be copying exactly, but you're going to write the same thing. Right? You're going to say thank you. You got to show gratitude. You know, write a letter to the divine and then tell them, I want this, 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 and this. Just write it in letter form, like, you know, like you're talking to the angels. And while you're folding it, make sure that you feel it happening. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. You know, really quickly. And why are you recommending this to them? I didn't do this for the others, but why are you recommending this to them? Speak collectively. And the reason that, you know, because you have a lot of fear that's holding you back from that, because you're trying to manifest something, double energy, but there's like a fear, and I did mention the obsessive energy. There's something that is blocking you from this new beginning, from manifesting what it is that you want to manifest. You're trying to manifest a new beginning somewhere or something new, okay? But you see, the Fool card comes with this simplicity. That the devil is not simple. Because God energy is simple, even though it's complex. It's love, it's unconditional love. All the fear, all the things going on, that is the devil manifesting, and that stops your new beginnings. That's why. Anything else you want to say? So this is a way, the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, and also, again, communication, communicating with the divine. And the swords also signify your mind, your intellect, and your thoughts. So, like I said, doing this ritual will control your thoughts, control the devil energies that are blocking this manifestation, and it will allow you see how they're gripping that sword, to manifest this very quickly. Because you're taking control over the devil energy that's stopping you from manifesting. I'm telling you, this one I didn't get from anywhere. I did it myself. And I find it to be very effective. It really helps you take control over. Listen, I told you all of this. Wow. And for some of you, you might be trying to manifest a relationship, partnership, harmony, and peace. Fool card, purity, potential, risk, innocence, desire. It's for you. New beginning. This is a new beginning. That might be an omen for someone though too. But look, see, Hermit, healing, solitude, and inner work. You got to do this in solitude. All right. That's why this ritual is effective. And now we have the Lover's card. So again, with the you can't make it up. The High Priestess, secrets, dreams, wisdom, inner voice, spirit world. It says the High Priestess is the ritual, your intuition, all of that. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, karma, destiny. This is making things happen. And now we have, for some of you, this is about love, but it doesn't have to be. You can manifest anything. Anything. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this ritual, sending love, and I'm so happy to do the next group that booked. And this is not going to stop me from posting on the main channel. This is not going to stop me from posting on members. I'm hoping to post on the main channel tonight. Okay, so look out for that. Okay, we'll see. I'm having issues with my Wi-Fi, but we keep getting, listen, we keep getting the Lover's card pop up a lot. I think that we need to get a love reading down here. What I was saying is I've been having issues with my Wi-Fi. So, but I need to get this fixed. Hopefully they fix it like now, or they come. I called them because it's hard to upload. I have like phone service when I don't have Wi-Fi, but I still have an international phone. I never changed my number, so it doesn't really work that well. It doesn't. It's not 5G, so things load, it like barely loads. All right, we'll work it out though. Love and light, so happy to have you guys here. And look out for a new reading out. I'll post it on the community tab. I'll let you guys know. Love and light.